Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome in here, race fans. Tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network, we are racing here from the Miami Homestead Speedway. It is the Salt Flat IROC series, and we are going to be racing here for the first time ever in IROC history. Right now, it's looking like about 17 to 18 drivers have made their way here for the third to final round of the IROC season. A lot of quick drivers here tonight that are going to do battle for the first time ever. Cole Day, Jamie Leach, Cody Levitt, Donald Bennett, Josiah Millen, among some of the few that have already turned in some laps here tonight. I'm being told, though, that there is some rain in the area here at the Homestead Speedway, so that could pose a little bit of a problem for a couple of these drivers. May delay the start here of the Miami Homestead race, but nonetheless, we will get our post-race show started right here. First off, by thanking everybody to tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. I'm Roger Muth. I'll be your host, bringing you all the actions, the sights, the sounds here from this big, called pretty much a super speedway for a lot of these drivers. And we also got to thank Raze Energy Drink. Tonight's race is round number 11 for the Salt Flat IROC series, and it is brought to us by Raze Energy. Race fans, you know what keeps the Turn 3 Racing Network up, motivated, focused on all the racing action that you see here on track? It is Raze Energy. Head on over to repsports.com, click on the Raze Energy tab, and, well, find your favorite flavor of energy drink. Between sour gummy worm all the way to voodoo, or the Apollo, the limited edition Apollo, highly recommended. Tastes, for some knowledge, it tastes like a Mountain Dew Red Alert. Probably one of the better flavors that Mountain Dew has posted in a couple of years. But on checkout over at Rep Sports, make sure you type in UTWRX, and you know what that entails? That entails a 15% discount for all of you race fans. So remember, head on over to Rep Sports, click on the Raze Energy tab, get your energy drink now, and type in UTWRX, save yourself 15%. So we got to thank all the guys over at Rep Sports and Raze Energy for tonight's broadcast. And, well, I'm being told that there is that weather in the area that we were talking about, which means this race here tonight will be a little bit delayed here from Miami Homestead. So with that being said, we're going to take a quick step away here from the mics, and we're going to come down out of the tower. We'll be back here after a brief break and bring you the Salt Flat Racing action that all you race fans are tuning in for here tonight.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Assist to the front bumper, and he hits him again now. Rayon Fowler into the outside wall.
He's going to pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's going to get them all done with. What amazing!
Lee to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is going to touch in. Pit press sideways. What a save!
Look to the outside as Cronkite goes off. De Jong into second place.
I'm going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
Trying this contact though.
Slide left to the racetrack. Chris Renner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cut back here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Michael Schubert, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Hi, I'm Racing Jason. You're watching the Salt Flat IROC series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, because I'm going to bring this 98 and out the gate.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Miami Homestead Speedway. Qualifying officially now underway after the rain has left the Miami Homestead area. You know, talking about the rain in the Miami Homestead area, race fans, our thoughts, our prayers go out to everybody down south right now. Everybody getting hounded by that unfortunate hurricane. A couple of these drivers here tonight are actually located just down there in that Florida area. I just spoke with them, and they said, yes, the rain and the wind has started to subside, and the hurricane has started to move north a little bit, so that's good for them that the storm has now started to pass. They did say it was a rough night last night, as a bunch of tornadoes were in the area. Fortunately for all the drivers here tonight in this race, their houses, their homes, their rigs are all intact, and they are good. They said they still could lose power here yet tonight, and we'll see if they're able to continuously be in this race. Talking a little bit about this race, though, we did mention here in the pre-race that it was only 3 races left in the season. Miami Homestead, Dover, and, of course, Pocono. Those are the only 3 races left on the schedule, and the point standings are looking like this. There's only 16 points difference between first place and second place. Cole Day is your points leader coming into tonight. He has 3 wins, 7 top 5s, and 10 top 10s. He's the only driver with 10 top 10s this season. Cody Levitt is sitting second in the point standing. He's been hounding Cole Day all season long. There's the 16-point deficit. Cody Levitt does have 1 win on the season for himself. Third in the championship standings, just 54 points out of that championship lead. That is Jordan Smith. Although I look through the drivers who have registered and entered into this Miami Homestead race, it's round number 12. I do not see the driver of the number 5 of Jordan Smith, so he might fall out of the top 3 because, well, just behind him, that is Josiah Millen. He won last week's race after the seas had parted when Jordan Smith and Cody Levitt were coming out of turn number 4. He was the one that was able to run side by side to the start-finish line along with Jason Dobbs. And talk about Dobbs, he's just sitting there back into the 5th position. 6th in your point standings coming into the night, tied, is going to be Quincy Atkins and Lynn McNeese. That's Donald Bennett, Darrell Clauter tied for the next position, and Randy Johnson rounds out the top 10. And that is what our championship standings look like coming in to round number 12. Those will all be shaken up, of course, here after this one. And, well, I hope you guys are ready, because this track here tonight is going to put on some great racing action. We have never been here to the Miami Homestead Speedway, so it is going to be one of the better shows, I believe. They ran this track in the off-season, and I was told a lot of good side-by-side racing. The inside groove may not be the place you want to be tonight. A lot of times with these under-horsepowered, evenly matched cars, a lot of drivers want to hook the bottom because it is the shortest distance around the speedway. But I was told if you have a drafting partner, the middle groove is probably going to be the place to be. So we'll see. But I believe there's one key factor yet that a lot of people are starting to overlook here tonight, and I believe that's going to be the treacherous 3rd lane. The driver that normally would go up to the outside, that is the big unit of Randy Johnson. He is not here tonight at the Miami Homestead Speedway, so we'll see which one of these drivers are going to go high side and handsome here tonight. Race fans, we thank you all for sticking with us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network through the little bit of a weather delay, which was the doing to a wrong setup in the cars. They still had the Iowa setup behind the machines tonight. We also got to thank all of the sponsors here for the Salt Flat IROC series while we have time. You know, we got to thank Raze Energy Drink. You heard us talk about them. We also got to thank the guys over at Coffee and Comics, Gibson AC and Refrigerant, the Midnight Performance Group, and, of course, DraftTop.com. Race fans, DraftTop.com, one of the hottest items on the bar scene right now. Your dad needs it when he goes camping. He needs it when he goes fishing. It takes the lid right off his adult beverage or his soda, and he can drink it topless. Head on over to DraftTop.com and get your Draft Top today. And, of course, the Midnight Performance Group of the Quincy Atkins driver here tonight in the Salt Flat IROC series, and Gibson AC and Refrigerant located down there in Florida. After this storm, your AC unit needs to be checked out here, race fans. Head on over to Gibson AC and Refrigerant to get that all sorted out for you. But it looks like qualifying here tonight at the Miami Homestead Speedway is officially going to be in the books. That means there's only one thing left to do, and that is going to be to go down trackside here and see if we can get that starting lineup for you race fans. Starting lineup here tonight brought to us by Coffee and Comics. And this is how round number 12, the starting lineup is going to go. Starting on row number 1. He was leading at the end of last week's race, but wasn't able to bring it home. It's going to be the 38 out of Las Vegas, the Deeper Darker Dew, number 38 of Cody Levitt. Starting to his outside, driving the number 7, DraftTop.com, number 7 out of the ABV crew. That is Michael Bromley. Starting third here tonight, driver of the number 88 out of Ohio. He drives for the Deeper Darker Dew team also. That is Jamie Leach, one of his best starting spots this season. Starting fourth, it's the engineer himself, the number 37, the Integrate and Intimidate, number 37, a Cold Day, starting fourth. It's the Quincy Atkins machine, the Atkins Motorsports Midnight Performance driver. The 75 will roll off fifth. Starting in the 6th position, driving the number 40 out of the Keystone Motorsports stable out of Topton, Pennsylvania, Jordan Hen Racing, number 40 of Josiah Millen. The number 33 of Greg O'Berry hailing out of Virginia will bring his green mean machine starting 7th. The Keystone Motorsports driver, the number 31 out of Topton, Pennsylvania, this is Donald Bennett. He'll roll off 8th position. The other driver out of Virginia, he'll start 9th here tonight. He drives the number 48. He is out of the NSRA Super Speedway section. This is Todd Poston. No doubt out the gate, number 98 out of Tennessee. This is Vols Nation racing Jason Dobbs. He'll roll off 10th. Starting 11th here tonight, out of Florida, driving the number 26, the Almost Coast driver, it is going to be Darrell Lauder. Starting 12th on the grid, hailing out of Puerto Rico, it is going to be the BeastRacing.com 08 of Orlando Rivera. Starting 13th on the grid, hailing out of Western Tennessee, driving the Bearded Struggle number 29 for the ABV group, it is IROC Kohlhaas. Out of Florida, driving the 57, this is rookie Jeff Mathis. He'll start 14th. 15th on the grid, the BeastRacing.com number 82 with a clean bill of health, it is going to be Nicholas Bieber. Starting in the 16th position, hailing out of Utah, driving the Raze Energy Drink 04 of Danny Valenzuela. 17th on the grid here tonight, it's going to be the 05 out of California. It is the California Kid of Timmy Valenzuela. And 18th starting spot, well, that is the race control here tonight. That is old Swerman Herman. Stephen Herman is the race control here tonight for the IROC series. As you see everybody off of pit road, that means it's going to be green flag next time by here. 17 drivers have made it here to the Miami Homestead Speedway, and they will be the ones that are going to do the deed for 70 laps at this, well, first-time track. It has progressive banking, but how high can you go on this banking and make the power stick? We're about to find out. The iRacing pace car out of turn number 4 here will make that left-hand turn, and then it will be time to go racing. 70 laps here as the green flag is pending for the Gibson AC and refrigerant green flag. It is officially out, and we are racing for 70 laps here in round number 12, presented by Raze Energy. It'll be side by side, turn number 1 for right now as Cody Levitt leads out of turn number 2. As you look back on your DraftTop.com back-facing camera here of your leader, Cody Levitt, as he works down the back straightaway. See the 37, though, to the outside lane there, pushing the number 7 of Michael Bromley, who had his best starting spot of the season. Out of turn number 4, who will be the one to lead the first lap here tonight? And it will be that 38 of Cody Levitt leading lap number 1, so he will take a bonus point home here tonight. That'll help him in the championship hunt to try and run down Cole Day, who's sitting right there, just sitting in that 4th spot. Cody Levitt going to work the outside lane now. He saw that Michael Bromley had a big, huge run to the outside. He goes up there and blocks it. Here comes the 88 of Jamie Leach. Leach going to get a huge push down the back straightaway by the 75 of Quincy Atkins. Leach actually going to go down. He's going to hit the apron. He's sideways. That's going to check up the whole bottom. Leach going to go in the middle. Greg O'Berry pushed the 75 of Atkins down below the line. They will be 3 wide for the 3rd position as they enter turn number 1. Look at all the colors. You see the yellow banana of Quincy Atkins, the 75 machine down below. He's got the green apple machine of Greg O'Berry sucked up right to the bottom, and then it's the orange. Hey, orange of Josiah Millen down there. Look at him. They are 3 wide down the back straightaway. Day's going to shoot from the middle lane to the bottom. He had just the slight opening in front of Quincy Atkins, and he will find a home down on the bottom. Greg O'Berry now going backwards, too. There's the 31 of Donald Bennett. There's the 48 of Todd Poston. Right now, a lot of slicing and dicing. It looks like Michael Bromley will come by. He will lead his first lap here tonight. So 2 leaders here at Miami on round number 12. That is the 40 of Josiah Millen up high side there with the 38 of Cody Levitt. Both those drivers have wins this season here in the IROC Series. Look at them. Millen almost touching the outside wall, actually coming down the back straightaway there. 3 wide. Cole Day is down on the bottom. Quincy Atkins in the middle. Josiah Millen is up high here. Here comes the 75 Atkins Motorsports driver. He was late here to the Miami Homestead Speedway because of the weather in the area. Will he be able to lead a lap? There is racing Jason Dobbs also right there. He's shown 9th, but he is the 4th car to the inside lane. Cody Levitt led the lap, but they are 3 wide into turn number 1. Here comes Quincy Atkins. Can he spoil the parade here at the front? Bromley down on the apron. He got a little sideways. Cody Levitt still able to hold the outside lane at bay. Now Atkins going to slice down to the bottom. He'll take the lead going into turn number 3 on that bottom lane. 3 drivers, call it 4 drivers to the outside because the 48 of Poston's up there. Now Bennett joins him along with Rivera. 2 by 2 as they storm out of turn number 4. It'll be the 3rd lead change here tonight. Quincy Atkins will be credited with leading lap number 5. So as you see Atkins continuing to lead, they're now taking over the lead. Cody Levitt continuing to be to the outside with the help of the number 40. Just hanging off the back of this group, it's the man with the clean bill of health. This is Nicholas Bieber out of the BeastRacing.com stables. There you see the 82 back there. Bieber right now just trying to take care of his machine. Right ahead of him is Danny Valenzuela, and then it's Darrell Clauder. They are right now tailing the field here as they continue to run side-by-side racing action. Still a lot of racing action to go here tonight, and at the line, the dead heat goes back to the inside lane of Quincy Atkins, but Cody Levitt, right after they pass the start-finish line, the momentum finally carried the outside lane to the lead. Donald Bennett looking like he wants to get a little racy. He thought about shooting the gap through the middle, but he went right back and fell in line. Now Greg O'Berry, he will try up the middle. Dobbs will come to the inside and fill the hole. O'Berry now going to throw it 3 wide there between Cole Day down to the bottom and Jamie Leach to the outside. O'Berry going to come right up the gut. See if anybody's going to go with him. Poston's looking like he might go down there and tag with that 33 machine. Poston is right there now. He will. You see that inside lane, the 7 of Bromley and then the 75 of Atkins. They moved up going down the straightaway. They were trying to block that momentum run by that 33. With Greg O'Berry there in the middle, it kind of separates the outside lane. Jamie Leach loses a little bit of that draft from the number 40 of Millen. Look at them. They do it once again down the back straightaway. Atkins and Bromley up the track. They're going to now slam the door on Cole Day. Cole Day had a huge run coming down the back straightaway. Nowhere to go with it as the 7 just was a huge brick wall. Pulled down in front of him, killed the momentum for the inside lane. Dobbs had to check up a little bit. Now you see Jeff Mathis and Ira Kohlhaas. They are hooked up, and they're looking like they may go through the middle. Who is sitting right there outside the top 10? That's the 05 over-the-wall racer out of California. That is Timmy Valenzuela. Timmy never saw the Miami Homestead Speedway on the iRacing.com platform. He had to buy the track to enter tonight's race, and here he is, running just outside that top 10. He is actually the better of the 2 over-the-wall racers right now. Danny Valenzuela, his brother, a little bit farther back into the field. 3 wide, here they come, that middle groove tonight. Greg O'Berry is making it work along with Todd Poston. They are coming through the middle. Cody Levitt realizes that Greg O'Berry has a huge run. Oh, Michael Bromley going to get a little separated. Look at everybody 3 wide towards mid-pack. Dobbs, Kohlhaas, and Bennett are 3 wide. Cole Day had to check up because of Michael Bromley down there on the bottom. Everybody now going to file it out into just the 2x2 formation. Bennett going to go way high down in turn 1. Here comes Orlando Rivera. He'll fill the gap. He'll go to the middle. He's got that 04 of Timmy Valenzuela right, or 05 of Timmy Valenzuela right there. Excuse me, as Danny is in the 04 tonight. He's just a little bit behind. Rivera will slide in, and it looks like also the 7 of Bromley going to go high side here and try and link up possibly with his teammate out of the ABV crew. So that forces 3 wide as Timmy's down on the bottom. Here's Cole Day in the middle now with Bromley high side, but at the front for the race lead. Contact with your leaders. O'Berry going to make contact with Poston, and O'Berry was on the back bumper of the 75 of Quincy Atkins. That threw Atkins down onto the apron down there in turn 1. They were able to hang on to it. Look at him, O'Berry's trying to still bring it to the house here. Poston and Dobbs down on the bottom. Quincy Atkins leads that inside lane. The outside lane lost a little bit of that momentum there. Cody Levitt, Josiah Millen, and Jamie Leach are out top there, along with Bromley and Cole Haas. Here comes Dobbs. He'll jump to the outside. Racing Jason looking pretty racy. Old teammate of Greg O'Berry out in front of that 98 out the gate. See if Dobbs can push O'Berry to the promised lands now. See the 48 of Poston down the backs right away. He just gets to Quincy Atkins as he enters turn number 3. See Mathis back there. He's a little bit wobbly. It looks like he's bringing Timmy Valenzuela to the promised lands too. Could Timmy Valenzuela be showing his hand the last couple weeks for the driver out of California? There may be wildfires lit up underneath Timmy as he's coming to the front. He is running 6th. He has gained the most positions tonight here on lap number 13. He has moved himself up 11 spots, now running 6th. Cody Levitt, Jamie Leach, Josiah Millen, they are all kind of fading towards the back here. Maybe that momentum that they built up is done with, but here comes Dobbs. Look at Dobbs shoot the gap down the back straight away. He'll put O'Berry 3 wide, and now Dobbs will lead the middle charge, but he's all by himself. O'Berry just gives it to him. Here comes Timmy Valenzuela. Can he kind of shoot the gap between Greg O'Berry and Jeff Mathis? Can he leave both those drivers kind of battling? He will not. The gap kind of closed there on Timmy Valenzuela, so Valenzuela just had to settle for going down the straightaway, running the 4th car to the inside lane. Behind him, that is Orlando Rivera in the 08. That's Ira Kohlhaas to the outside there, trying to bring that ABV number 29 up here to the front too. Everybody kind of single filed out back. There you see the number 82 of Nicholas Bieber. He is still hanging out back. He's about 1 second off the back of this pack, just kind of running around out back here. I think he is thinking that this is not going to go green to the end, as there's a lot of good racing up here, though. Quincy Atkins looks like he's just going to beat Todd Poston back to the line there to complete lap number 14. And now Todd Poston has a huge run with Greg O'Berry right behind him. Remember, Greg O'Berry has missed over half the season this season here in the Salt Flat Divisions, not just here in the IROC Series, but also on the progression side of things. Greg O'Berry had a fire in his home, and it forced him to miss a lot of the season. So now he's not in it for any of the championship prizes at the end of this. What he is in it for, though, is some pride, and he would like to get up here, lead some laps, and possibly sneak some wins away from these top stranglehold competitors in the IROC Series. Timmy Valenzuela, though, just moved from the inside lane to the outside lane, and Orlando Rivera had to hit the brakes. There was nowhere for the driver out of Puerto Rico to go as the California kid took away his line, and instead of stuffing it into the outside wall, Orlando just took the quick, easy way out of it, hit the old parachute button, and let Timmy have the spot. Timmy trying to ride the high line. We've only seen him down on the bottom there. There's a huge wiggle there from that 05. That's actually going to force Orlando Rivera. He's going to go straight to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to try and follow the number 29 of Kohlhaas around the bottom here. Kohlhaas got a big run there. He also had to check up on that 57. Now he's possibly going to go middle lane here. Orlando's going to fill the bottom, so it will force the 29 to go middle lane. But it looks like the 57 of Jeff Mathis is going to slam that middle groove shut. All these drivers here tonight jockeying for positions. .38 of Cody Levitt, who started out front here tonight. He has fallen back to that 10th spot. It looks like he's trying to work his way back up through the field strategically. Has to be pretty cautious. Timmy Valenzuela looking to the inside here on Dobbs. Dobbs going to go way high. Valenzuela going to go up the gut. He is going to pass the Tennessee driver. Now Orlando Rivera going to leapfrog Timmy Valenzuela. The driver of that 08 just kind of shoots underneath Valenzuela. Now Valenzuela going to try to go to the bottom here, see if he can work his way around Orlando Rivera. So it'll put Timmy Valenzuela, 3rd car to the inside in that pink machine. His brother Danny Valenzuela, the sibling rivalry right now that is brewing in the over-the-wall racing stables. There you see him, Danny Valenzuela, back here on, looks like running right around the 12th position. That's Cole Day right behind him and Josiah Millen in front of him. Oh, some jockeying at the front here. Quincy Atkins and Todd Poston making a little contact at the start-finish line. Todd Poston, though, will lead. The Postman leads here at Homestead. But as that all happened, Timmy Valenzuela, a little bit of a bobble in that 05 machine. He's kind of riding it off the right rear right now. Behind them, they're trying to figure out which way to go, which direction do they want to go down the back straightaway. As we look from over top here, our blimp camera, there you see Greg O'Berry. He hasn't been able to lead a lap tonight. He's going to take the 33 up the gut around Todd Poston. Will he be able to come back around and lead his first lap? There you see the two yellow cars, though, leading that inside charge. The 57 trying to get back to the back bumper on Quincy Atkins. Two of those teammates, two rookies to the series this season. The 57 helps Quincy Atkins get right back to where he was, as he will lead once again here at Homestead. Ira Kohlhaas, the driver out of Western Tennessee. It may not have been the year that Kohlhaas thought it was going to be. Hasn't been able to attend every race here. Missed one race this season, and his best finish so far has been 5th. Right now he's looking to try and see if he can improve on that finish here with only 3 races left in the season. Let's see as they come by this time who will lead. Oh, Jeff Mathis way out of shape out of turn 4. He was sideways. Will that mean Quincy Atkins? I believe Atkins just had O'Berry at the line that time by. Three wide racing action still here at the front of this one. And it's for the race lead. The outside lane looks like it's not working as good as we look off Jeff Mathis's back bumper here. There you see Orlando Rivera, how hard these cars are to just line them up. The bumpers don't mix, they don't match, they're not flat, they're curved. If you find a driver in the wrong spot, it could spell disaster. This time, will it be Greg O'Berry at the line? Greg O'Berry gonna get pushed out by Todd Poston just by the splitter. Kohlhaas with a huge push off of turn number 4. Gonna help Todd Poston lead a lap. Atkins to the inside, O'Berry in the middle, Poston still up top shelf. Dobbs is still hanging right there, the 4th car to the inside lane. Timmy Valenzuela hasn't faded much. He's still sitting there running in the 9th, 8th position to keep swapping back and forth with him and Jamie Leach at the line that time. Guess what? The Postman delivering another lap. Greg O'Berry going to try and pinch a little bit down onto that 75. The 75 going to push back. He's going to come up the track a little bit out of turn number 2. Look at them all fan out down the back straightaway. From this angle, you could have called 4 wide, but they didn't quite get 4 wide just yet. Atkins, O'Berry, Poston. Where did the 33 go? Hocus pocus. Here comes Greg O'Berry. They're going to try and close the gap. Greg O'Berry going to reappear in front of the 48 of Todd Poston. Right now, Greg O'Berry having a little bit of connection issues as he runs at the front of the field. 23 laps in the books here. We have seen it already this season. Blinking machines have been black flag. We're going to see what happens to the 33 of Greg O'Berry, especially while battling for the race lead with the race leaders. You don't want to take anybody out if the connection issue were to continue here. Looks like now off of turn 4, it does start to settle itself out. So Greg O'Berry now continuing to lead the charge on the outside lane with Poston behind him. Now it's a little bit of a gap, though, back to the 29 of Ira Kohlhaas. Remember a handful of those cars that were at the front of the field a little bit ago? You know, Jamie Leach, Cody Levitt, Josiah Millen, Cole Day. They are now all back here outside the top 10. Levitt is actually sitting 10th. Leach is actually 9th, but a couple of those other drivers, you know, Millen, Day, Bennett, Bromley, they have all fallen all the way to the back of this group. Not quite to that point where they have to bring it to pit road, but they are now in the position that if they needed to come to pit road, they wouldn't have as many cars to battle. At the line, once again, it was still the 75 of Quincy Atkins, the 33 of Greg O'Berry, still sitting on the top shelf doorstep, trying to find a way to the race lead. Let's see this time. Is anybody going to kind of mix it up, come to pit road? Will the 33 get to lead a lap here? A couple guys running the high side. Here comes the 75 of Quincy Atkins. Here comes Jeff Mathis, Orlando Rivera, and a slew of others. Racing Jason, look, crash coming onto pit road. Dobbs is up and over. He's going to land back on his wheels. Danny Valenzuela really had to hit the hook. So did Timmy Valenzuela. We'll have to take a look back on that one and see what happened there with the 08 of Orlando Rivera. Let's watch this back. This is on our replay here. Coming to pit road. There you see the 08 into the 57. And then they all... Oh! Timmy Valenzuela pushes Racing Jason Dobbs into pit road as Timmy actually got a piece of the tire barrier. Let's watch it back. I believe we have an in-car camera on one of these machines. We can see what happens from Timmy Valenzuela's point of view. Ooh, hard contact with the right front of that 05 machine. Everybody right now has come to pit road as that other group that stayed out, they now make their way to pit road. There you see Cody Levitt. He led the charge to pit road. 4 tires going on. Donald Bennett right now, he's pulling in a little bit slow, but now that first group of cars finally down and off pit road, about 50 seconds in their pit stalls for a lot of drivers. That first group that came down now coming back out onto the track. There you see the 57 and the 75. That's Atkins and Mathis. They are the first 2 to drop the jack and hit the gas. Timmy Valenzuela in tow. Doesn't look like much damage to that 05, but you heard it just like I did. The big thud. The big thud there for the 05 of Valenzuela. It looks like he will lose the draft of those front 2. They should still be able to link up or see if they're going to be faster than Timmy Valenzuela. So Quincy will come back around here. A couple drivers leaving pit road. There goes Greg O'Berry. There goes the 48 of Todd Poston, Josiah Millen, Cody Levitt. Will they be able to hang on here as your leader? Looks like it's going to be the 75 of Quincy Atkins. He should be able to pull by the 33 of Greg O'Berry down the back straightaway. See how everybody is now spread out here after the first round of pit stops. They were all able to go 27 laps. There you see it. Nobody is right now nose to tail, so it's going to be interesting to see if any of these drivers here at Homestead are able to draft back to each other. There's your 2 race leaders. Let's take you through your top 10 here tonight, presented by Raze Energy. This is how the top 10 are looking after the green flag pit cycles. It is Quincy Atkins. He is up 4 positions from where he started. Sitting in second is his teammate. That is Jeff Mathis. Mathis, one of those Florida boys right now that's getting hounded by the hurricane down south. So Jeff Mathis running second. He will catch the 57 there, so they will be able to draft just a couple seconds, just about 4, call it 3 to 4 car lengths back. This is Greg O'Berry. O'Berry had his pit stop, and he actually had one of those mid-cycle pit stops. It was a 48.9 second stop for Greg O'Berry in that 33, but he's right here in this front pack. About 1.7 seconds back, you're going to find Todd Poston. Poston isn't alone, though. He has a couple drivers right behind him. That is Josiah Millen right behind him, running in that number 40 machine. He is sitting there almost to the back bumper of the 48 to see if they can link up. Timmy Valenzuela, though, had himself a little bit of a terrible pit road entry, a little contact, but he comes out. He is running 6th. Right behind him, the Las Vegas kid of Cody Levitt. He's having a little connection issue there. Levitt is sitting in the 7th position after pit cycles. Racing Jason, remember, he actually went for a, I'd call it a barrel roll maybe? Dobbs running in 8th after his issue on pit road. Cole Day is running 9th right now after the green flag pit cycle, and rounding out the top 10 is going to be Michael Bromley. An honorable mention that's just outside the top 10. That's going to be Danny Valenzuela right there in the 04 machine. He's rebounded pretty good after being way behind on the 8 ball. Not sure if it's a timing and scoring glitch or not, but it looks like right now Jamie Leach has not been to pit road. We'll see if he has to come to pit road yet or what. He is currently running into that 16th position. Right behind him, that is the 08 of Orlando Rivera. It is showing me that Jamie Leach is currently 1 lap down to your race leader of Quincy Atkins, so I'm not sure if it's just a timing and scoring glitch we have here tonight at Homestead, or if Jamie Leach is truly 1 lap down and not being shown to pit road just yet. Doesn't look like he's going to be coming this time by to pit road either. Nicholas Bieber looks like he has parked the number 82. They were off the pace just a little bit here tonight, so he will take it back to the shop and prepare for Dover. Going to be his home track this season. We are headed to Dover, Delaware just next week, but you see your lead pack is 3 cars. Atkins, Mathis, O'Berry, and then it's this group of 4 back here. Poston, Millen, Timmy Valenzuela, and Cody Levitt. They are all sitting back here. Call it about 2 seconds off your lead group right now. So as everybody is spread out here trying to work themselves back into a groove. A lot of racing room out there tonight for these drivers to go and find some speed. Cody Levitt trying to run that middle to higher groove, and I'm looking at it last time by at the line, your quickest driver was actually Timmy Valenzuela and Cody Levitt. They were about 0.2 of a second faster than your leaders of Atkins and Mathis. That was just last lap at the line as we approach the halfway point home tonight. Race fans, what do you think? Do you think that front group has the strategy played out that they're going to be able to maintain and hold off this back group? Or do you think this back group is going to storm by them here? They got Poston and Millen, a super speedway driver and a dirt driver trying to work together with a road course ringer and the newbie. That's right, a newbie. Timmy Valenzuela may not be a rookie here into the Salt Flat IROC series, but Timmy Valenzuela altogether to the iRacing.com platform is still considered one of those newbies. He still carries the rookie rank on the ovals as a rookie, which means he has not competed in enough oval series in the official races to move himself into the D-Class or C-Class rankings. Timmy Valenzuela, one of those more of the role-playing drivers, as he likes to go out and compete in other things like Fallout. I believe Fallout 76 is one of his favorite activities to do. And then he comes out on a Wednesday and races with the boys. Him and Cody Levitt continue to swap that position back and forth. But I can tell you, race fans, this second pack, they are starting to pull back in. Your leaders here tonight. There's your leaders right out ahead of. This is the onboard with Todd Poston. Just look at this, though. This is onboard here with Cody Levitt. You see Timmy Valenzuela there. Millen, let's follow Cody Levitt down the back straightaway here, following that 05 of Timmy Valenzuela. See how these cars swerve. There you see Millen all over the back bumper on that 48 trying to push Todd Poston. See, Levitt enters high, and then he's going to take that swooping turn. You can tell from this camera angle that this group of 4, they are really starting to pull back in your leaders. It is going to be a 7-car front pack here in just about a lap or 2. These guys are coming quick. Don't look in your mirror right now if you are Quincy Atkins, because these guys are on a tear. Looking down there, you see that 33, and right there you see the 48. Halfway home in this one. There you see the 37 of Cole Day. He's coming up on Racing Jason in the 98 machine. That'll make this a 4-car, a little bit of a pack, but see how far out, about a half a straightaway is the distance they would have to go to catch that front pack. That's about 5.5 seconds. Separating the 8th and 9th place machine there, you see Cole Day trying to get around the 98 of Dobbs. That's going to bring Brownlee right on by him, and here comes Danny Valenzuela. And then a little bit of a break in the action until you can find the 08 of Orlando Rivera. Remember, Jamie Leach is right there in that one also. Jamie Leach still running into the 16th position. He is the first car 1 lap down here tonight, so he is sitting in that lucky dog spot. They have chose here, Leach and Rivera, to run that middle groove, but they don't seem like they're on the same page to be able to draft up to that group of 4 in front of them. Battle up here, though. Here comes Greg O'Berry. He sees that the group of cars behind him is starting to run them back down. So Greg O'Berry wants to go. Todd Poston right there, and Timmy Valenzuela. So these drivers have officially, call it officially, have caught your race leaders. It is a 7-car field with Levitt and Millen at the back of this little bit of a pack. They're come off turn number 4 this time by. It'll be Quincy Atkins hitting the line. It'll be 40 laps officially in the books here tonight at the Miami Homestead Speedway. O'Berry running really high that time through turns 1 and 2. See if he can get himself a run down the back straightaway on this front stranglehold by the yellow machines. Poston is officially there. Timmy Valenzuela still hanging off the back just a little bit. There you see it, the drafttop.com rear-facing camera. There you see Valenzuela and Millen and Levitt. They're just sitting at bay right now, not forcing the issue, not going up to force the envelope with these front 4 drivers. They have officially made it. Side by side for the race lead, continuing here now as O'Berry has got there. Will he be able to lead the lap now? Jeff Mathis loses a little bit of ground to the Quincy Atkins machine out of turns 3 and 4. They come. Atkins knows O'Berry is there. O'Berry will lead that lap. So as they battle side by side, Greg O'Berry going to pinch down that 75 once again, try and use that side draft technique where he pushes the air off the left front fender of that 33 over the right rear fender of Quincy Atkins, slowing him down, pushing him backwards. Poston trying to push to the back bumper of O'Berry and help him out. Jeff Mathis has now closed back in, and now here comes Timmy Valenzuela. He is officially put on the big boy pants here tonight, and he is starting to run back down your leaders. Looks like Valenzuela, though, having a little handling issues on the 05 machine. You saw him sideways down there in turn number 4. Millen right behind him, then it is Levitt. O'Berry once again going to lead that lap, and these two not making up any ground right now on that 3rd group. Well, now it's the official 2nd group of cars. There you see that 2nd group of cars. Bromley, Cole Day, Danny Valenzuela, Racing Jason right there tagging the rear of this group. Laval Station onboard camera. Steady on the wheel for Dobbs, just trying to follow. He had to lift down the straightaway, though. Got a little close to Valenzuela as he's just trying to stay in the tire tracks of that 04 machine. There's the battle still with 26 laps to go. They are not in the fuel window. Next time by, they should be in the fuel window, but here comes some of your leaders. They are going to say right now is the time to go. And so there come 2 drivers to pit road. Jeff Mathis, Quincy Atkins. They're right on the border to be able to make it on fuel here tonight. They came in as they had the stranglehold on the race lead. Quincy Atkins almost missing his pit box. He's going to come in. He's going to be putting 4 tires on in fuel. Who will be the next group of cars? There you see now. It's O'Berry, Poston, Timmy Valenzuela, Cody Levitt, and Josiah Millen. They are the first 5 drivers, and it's Bromley, Day, and Valenzuela, and Griffith back there. Anybody out of the front group coming to pit road? They will not. What about this 2nd group of cars? With 25 laps to go, it'll be 24 this time by at the line. Nobody out of the top 10, I believe, are coming to pit road. No, Orlando Rivera was the 10th place car. He stays out. So Atkins and Mathis, the only 2 drivers to hit pit road. Everybody else has stayed out here as your leaders snake down the back straightaway. Poston still all over Greg O'Berry, which has Timmy Valenzuela still hanging back there just in the tire tracks with Josiah Millen and Cody Levitt. Still the top 5 that run nose to tail into 3 and 4. Will this time by be the pit stops? And the answer is no. No for the second group of cars. Now it's just going to be 23 laps to go. They can officially make it 100% on the fuel mileage game from this point to the end of the race. Who will be the second group of cars to blink, though? We have already seen Jeff Mathis and Quincy Atkins come to pit road. They are back lined up nose to tail once again. Currently, though, being scored 1 lap down, running in the 15th and 16th position. There you see them as they come across the stripe down into turn number 1. They have about a lap and a half, though, to gain back to your race leader, which is now going to be Todd Poston. As Greg O'Berry has had issues trying to come to pit road. He's trying to get that 33 machine. Spun back around. Caution flag going to come out onto the speedway as Greg O'Berry has gone around. And that will now change the complexion of this one. As Greg O'Berry went around down there in turns 3 and 4. Caution flag will fly. So now Quincy Atkins, Jeff Mathis will be scored a lap down to the race leaders. We'll wait for our truck here to tell us that they have it all sorted out, as it looks like it's just involving the 33 of Greg O'Berry. Let's go back and watch this. See if we can find a good angle here. What happened to the 33? Oh, Timmy Valenzuela going to drive it in, make contact with Greg O'Berry, and O'Berry tried to save it hard into the wall for Greg O'Berry. While he was down off the racing surface, no caution flag came out, and then he tried to get it going. And I think I heard the circus theme song right here. Try to get that machine going, and as you see, one of those group of cars, that was Bennett, Cole Haas, and Klauder come back around there. That's when the caution flag comes out. Check back here once again. Let's go over top our blimp camera. Here we see the 05 go up right into the door. Look at Todd Poston just barely get around that incident. So now Greg O'Berry has made the contact with the outside wall. We'll have to see how that will play out for a lot of these drivers, because everybody now will hit pit road here. Going to be 4 tires and fuel, so it'll play out great for your race leaders here. Well, maybe not, because they did have a little bit of a lead over everybody. Looking like Jamie Leach will be the lucky dog recipient here. Race off pit road, though, is won by Michael Bromley. Todd Poston will come out second, followed by Josiah Millen. And Cole Day will come out running fourth. Cody Levitt is fifth. Jason Dobbs in sixth. Timmy Valenzuela seventh. Danny Valenzuela eighth. Donald Bennett comes ninth. And Orlando Rivera rounds out the top 10 here after our yellow flag pit cycles. The 88 of Jamie Leach should be that wave around car. Right now, the 75 and the 57 of Mathis and Atkins, though, they are lined up to have a wave around also. Because they can make it on fuel, so they will wait to see if they're allowed to come around the pace car. They should get that with about 1 lap to go. Working our first caution flag here tonight of round number 12 here tonight for the Raze Energy Drink round 12. So I'm taking a look at it. It looks like there's a little bit of a timing and scoring glitch. We'll see if that all does work itself through. But as we continue to pace here, we're going to take a quick commercial break here from the Miami Homestead Speedway, and we'll be back here with more of the IROC round number 12 presented by Raze Energy Drink action.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series, and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to Miami Homestead as the iRacing pace car will make the left-hand turn. And we will go back into the Gibson AC and refrigerant green flag zone. Racing has now resumed. 21 laps officially left here tonight at Homestead in round number 12, presented by Raze Energy. Side by side for the race lead, it's going to be Todd Poston to the outside, Michael Bromley down to the inside. Then it's Cole Day and Josiah Millen who trail right there behind your race leaders. Just 21 laps to go. The field now bunched back up. The racing is going to get heavier and hotter than we have seen all night. Todd Poston got a great run down the back straightaway. He will go off into turn number 3 as the race leader, but it looks like he's going to lose the race leaders. They are wrecking behind them. One of them up and over. The 57 of Jeff Mathis has gone up and over. Daryl Clauder also involved in this one. That'll bring out the second caution flag of the evening right after we just had our first one of a single car incident. Now we have a bunch of them piled in down here in turn number 3. So that'll bring out the second caution flag of the night. We will have to go back and see who's all involved in this. It looks like Mathis and Rivera are involved with the caution flag. Let's take the quick look at it. There's Orlando Rivera. He's down there, I believe. This is after the caution flag is actually already waved. Let's check this out. Is this going to be what the actual caution is? Oh, Greg O'Berry with a little tap there to Orlando Rivera. Jeff Mathis nowhere to go. It's going to pile Clauder also involved in this one. So that's actually what's going to bring out this caution flag, as Greg O'Berry was into the back of the 08. So this now being the second caution flag of the evening. Your race leaders are good to go on fuel. Well, check this, race fans. There was a little bit of a mistake. Remember, as that rain delay halted the start of this race here tonight at the Homestead Miami Speedway? Well, some of the timing and scoring issues got a little messed up. The box got a little wet while that rain shower came through here, and it kind of shorted out our timing and scoring. With that being said, it actually is not counting the caution flaps here at Homestead. So for all those drivers that thought they were good on fuel, now they are officially borderline of being able to make it. So that's why you see a lot of guys trying to run the apron around the track. They are trying to save as much fuel as they can. Or see here, will they come to pit road? Will it be a splash and fuel and go? Michael Bromley, Todd Poston, will they come to pit road? Nope. They're just going to run the very bottom. Danny Valenzuela looks like he will bring the 04 to pit road. Pit road was open, I believe, for all these drivers. So as he comes to pit road, it looked like, I think, Orlando Rivera also came to pit road with his machine. See all the flash bulbs going off here in Homestead tonight. Taking pictures of these beautiful cars. The cars tonight that you see on track were provided by Bromley Designs. You need a paint job? You need to be looking good out there on track. You need to head over to Bromley Designs to get yourself a brand new iRacing paint scheme to get you out there on track. If you want something from mild to wild, Bromley Designs can get you pointed in the right direction and looking good on race day. I can tell you, race fans, that if I was getting one, it would be bright orange. Neon orange is the color here from Youth up in the booth. Of course, then again, if you saw my basement right now where we're out of the studio, it is bright orange. Along with the shorts that I'm wearing and my custom Turn 3 Arctic tumbler. All officially orange here tonight. Our tumbler tonight is filled with Raze energy drink, the Apollo flavored Raze energy drink. Race fans, if you are an energy drinker, if you need something just to get you going in the morning and you're not a coffee drinker like Muth, you need to head over to repsports.com. Click on the Raze energy tab and find yourself your favorite case of Raze energy. On your checkout over there at repsports.com, you need to type in UTWRX, and that will get you 15% off of your checkout. They have more than just energy drinks over there, race fans. If you're a bodybuilder, they got protein. If you're somebody that has some problems sleeping, they also have a sleep formula for you. So you can head on over there and get your energy drinks and your sleep formula so you're amped in the morning and you can actually sleep through the night. But it does look like the lights on the iRacing pace car have gone off, and I have noticed since we have not completed an official lap of green flag racing here in the IROC series, the rulebook does read that we will go single file formation. So it will be Michael Bromley, Todd Poston, Josiah Millen, Cole Day, Jason Griffith, Dobbs, Jennings for 6th, Vols Nation sitting there in 5th. Then it's going to be Cody Levitt, Donald Bennett, Ira Kohlhaas, Greg O'Berry, and Quincy Atkins. That's how your top 10 drivers should line up here. The only retiree for the night is the driver out of Virginia, the BeastRacing.com, number 82 of Nicholas Bieber. He has officially exited his car tonight. He is multiple laps down as the iRacing pace car dives off the track. The Gibson AC and refrigerant green flag is back in the air. We are racing with 20 laps to go here at Homestead. A great start by our race leader. He is going to leave Poston, Millen, Day all sit there in the dust as everybody is single file into turn number 1. Takes a long time for these machines to come up to full tilt song and dance. As you see, Michael Bromley still holding about a 3-car length gap over Poston. Poston actually wiggled pretty good down there coming out of turn number 4. And what a night it could have been here for this driver. With 19 laps to go, you find him running back here into the 16th position. Remember Timmy Valenzuela, he was towards the front of the field. He had himself a good night going for the win. Made a little contact with Grego Berry. Valenzuela then had to go to the tail end of the longest line, and it has not been the same car for the driver of the 04. He's buried back here in traffic. Jamie Leach, though, did get that wave around, and he is running currently into the 14th position. Remember Jeff Mathis, Quincy Atkins? Well, guess what? They're right back here on track. Quincy is running there in the 10th position. Mathis is back in 11th. They got their wave around, and they are good to go on fuel. Here comes Millen looking to the inside of the 48 of Todd Poston. Millen has not led a lap here tonight. The driver out of Topton, Pennsylvania will go to the bottom side. Catfish right around the 48 of Poston. He won last week's race by luck. As you see the 33 of Grego Berry, he's down to the inside. He sees the blinking connection issue. He's been warned now by race control. Get the blinking under control or drop to the back of the field, and he has dropped to the back. It'll be 17 to go this time. Millen now going to get crossed over out of turn 4. Will he carry the momentum back to the start-finish line? It's going to be the 48 of Todd Poston leading at the line. The postman's got a lot of mail to deliver here tonight, and he's got Racing Jason's Dobbs envelope sitting in the back as Dobbs is coming hot and trot behind him. Then you get Day down to the bottom along with Bromley. Bennett's down there. Now Day's going to go to the outside. He got Cody Levitt also coming. Those two teammates, can they link up here tonight? Millen going to try and take a little draft off of Dobbs as Poston going to slip up. Now Dobbs will look to the inside, and he's got Millen pushing on the back bumper of that machine. Here comes the 7, though, of Bromley. He's got the 31 of Donald Bennett now. Oh, look at Cole Day, a huge block on that 75 of Quincy Atkins. Atkins will just go to the outside and let Cole Day have the bottom. Day going to drift up, and now Atkins going to try and go back down. Day will block the advance there by that 75 of Quincy Atkins as they work down the back straightaway. It'll be just 15 laps to go next time by at the line. Poston had the lead there into turn number 3, but then it was Dobbs coming right back down to the bottom. Will Dobbs be able to hold the bottom lane? We've seen a couple drivers slip out of turn 4. This time Dobbs, though, will stay down to the bottom, and it will be Dobbs leading at the line. Vols Nation leads a lap here before the end of this one. Poston gets a huge shove by Atkins, and it's going to get him upset going down into turn number 1. The outside lane is going to stack up here as Poston now going to go high, and here comes Quincy Atkins to the middle. Dobbs going to leave the bottom lane open for the 40 of Millen. Caution flag is out. Being told that it possibly is the 88 of Jamie Leach. We'll wait for confirmation from the truck if it is Jamie Leach that had gone around there. Oh, let's take the look back. Oh, Leach and Timmy Valenzuela make slight contact, and Leach went a little sideways there in his 88 machine. So Jamie Leach getting tagged from Timmy Valenzuela, which brings out our third caution flag of the evening. So as the caution flag flies, it is Dobbs out front with Poston, Millen, Atkins, Kohlhaas, Day, Bennett, Bromley, Rivera, Mathis, Clauder, your top 11 drivers. Now it looks like people are going to be coming to pit road. You cannot make it on fuel because of the caution flags not counting here tonight at Homestead. So as everybody comes to pit road, we're going to step out for just a moment, and we'll be back with more racing action here at Miami Homestead.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series, and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Assist to the front bumper, and he hits him again now. Rayon Fowler into the outside wall.
He's going to pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's going to get them all done with. What amazing.
Race to the inside goes Logan Clapman is going to touch in. Pit press sideways. What a save.
Look to the outside as Cronkite goes off. De Jong into second place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
Trying this contact though.
Slide left of the racetrack. Chris Benner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cut back here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Makashube, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
Enjoy all the racing action here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
Welcome back here to the Miami Homestead Speedway, working our third caution flag of the evening. The restart will happen here with just a handful of laps left here. It will be Orlando Rivera and Danny Valenzuela up on the front row, and Valenzuela with a terrible start here as the Gibson AC and refrigerant green flag comes back out. 14 laps to go to decide this one here in Homestead. Big move here comes Racing Jason down to the inside on the 88 of Jamie Leach. They are stacked up, 2 pink machines to the front here, which is Timmy Valenzuela down on the bottom and Danny Valenzuela to the outside. Look at Dobbs. He's going to slice through the field. It's going to leave him 3 wide behind them. Posting to the inside on Leach, and then Valenzuela is still to the outside there. They will drive it off into turn number 3. Poston going to stick the nose of the 48 down there. Valenzuela pushes way up the track. Jamie Leach now going to be up out of the groove, out of turn number 4. We'll see if he can hang on. Poston trying to make it 3 wide here, forcing Dobbs to use that third lane as Jamie Leach goes up there. Almost contact into turn number 1. Dobbs going to swing it way to the outside. Poston now going to get through there. That's going to force Jamie Leach into the middle there. Here comes Quincy Atkins back on the bottom. Driver of the 75 out of South Carolina. He will now be the third car to the inside. Here comes Timmy Valenzuela. He's going to look for the race lead down into 3. Timmy Valenzuela trying to lead his first laps here tonight at the Miami Homestead Speedway. Can he do it, race fans? He's sideways out of turn number 4. The 05 trying to make Rivera trying to push Poston to the outside. Rivera will lead this lap. Down into turn number 1 they come. 12 laps to go here. Looks like the 05 of Timmy Valenzuela had to lift just a little bit that time. Going down into turn 1, it checked the whole bottom groove up. Quincy Atkins, turned is the 08. Orlando Rivera turned down the back straightaway. Todd Poston turns the 08 of Rivera. That'll bring the caution flag out once again. That'll be caution flag number 4. So Todd Poston and Orlando Rivera are the two to get together, bringing out this caution flag. Let's take the look back here on the Turn 3 Racing Network replay. I believe the truck says they have it queued up. There you see. Not a good angle by our truck, but you can see all involved. There goes Millen spinning to the inside. There's Danny Valenzuela, nowhere to go, so we'll call it 4 cars officially involved in this one. Let's go back and watch and see if we can pick a different angle here. A little bit better for you. There's Poston to the outside. Rivera, I don't know if he comes up the track or if Poston comes down the track. We'll see if we get the blimp camera on our next shot for everybody to kind of gander at here and see what officially did happen there out of turn number 2. Over top here, this is going to be our best angle. There you see Poston to the outside. Oh, Rivera slightly up the track, and Poston was there. There you see Bennett into the back of the 40 of Millen down to the inside wall. Hard contact with the inside barrier. Danny Valenzuela also with some hard contact there going through the 48 of Poston. That's what's going to bring out the caution flag here. Jamie Leach, though, now takes over the race lead. The question being, the big factor here tonight with all the caution flags here at the end of this one, does all these drivers have enough fuel to go the rest of the way? Does anybody come down pit road? I don't believe anybody. Orlando Rivera looks like he went down to pit road with his 08 machine. So that'll bring out the 4th caution flag. That is what the 4th caution flag brings us. So it's Leach, Atkins, Griffith, Bennett, Kohlhaas, Valenzuela, Mathis, Day, Bromley, and O'Berry, your top 10 drivers here at Homestead. As we work this caution flag, race fans, we will step away here from round number 12 of the Raze Energy here at the Miami Homestead Speedway.
Assist to the front bumper, and he hits him again now. Rayon Fowler into the outside wall.
Gonna pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's gonna get them all done with. What amazing!
Race lead to the inside goes Logan Clapman is gonna touch in. Pit press sideways. What a save!
Look to the outside as Trunkett goes off. De Jong into second place.
I'm going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
Trying this contact though.
Slide left of the racetrack. Chris Benner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cutback here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Michael Schubert, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back to Miami Homestead Speedway, race fans, home of round number 12 for the Raze Energy Drink. Our race here tonight, racing into the darkness. As you see, the lights are on here at Homestead. Practice today was run under the bright Florida sun. Now, the lights are on, but the lights are off on the pace truck. So you know what that means? We are going to go back racing. Just over 10 laps left in this one when we go back racing. It'll be Jamie Leach, Quincy Atkins, Jason Griffith Dobbs, then Donald Bennett. Ira Kohlhaas, Danny Valenzuela, Jeff Mathis, Cole Day, Michael Bromley, Greg O'Berry, your top 10 drivers. The Gibson AC and refrigerant green flag is pending, and there it is. We are back racing here at Homestead. It'll be just 11 laps to go this time by here at the 1.5 mile Homestead Speedway. Great jump out there by Jamie Leach. Everybody will give chase down into turn 1 and 2. Here comes Dobbs to the inside. Leach wasn't able to get back the block. Dobbs, and now they will battle down the back straightaway side by side for the race lead. They are 3 wide stacked up. Oh, Barry trying to come up through the middle there. That is also Danny Valenzuela. Cole Day is also there in that battle as we watch the battle for the race lead. Bennett going to go down there into turn 3. He's going to put the left side tires on the little bit of the apron that forced him up the track, but he diamonds it off between 3 and 4 and cuts back down on the bottom. But it will be Racing Jason Dobbs leading with 10 laps to go here at Homestead. Quincy Atkins, you thought he was out of it when the caution flag came out and put him a lap down. Well, he is right back in the thick of things. He is running 4th to the outside of that 31 of Donald Bennett. Ira Kohlhaas, it's been quiet all night long for the driver out of Western Tennessee. The ABV driver just having himself the 5th place machine right now. Could be the winning car here tonight. You never know what will happen with 10 laps to go. Here comes Jeff Mathis. He is now going to work up into that 6th position. Michael Bromley, Cole Day, Josiah Miller, and Todd Poston all right now battling just inside the top 10. It'll be 9 laps to go here at Homestead. 9 laps to go and only 1 driver out of this event. Nicholas Bieber right now is officially out of this. Herman that you see on the timing and scoring, he is the race control here tonight, trying to get everybody calmed down and, have themselves a good run here. Danny Valenzuela restarted inside the top 5. There you see him to the outside. He's that 04 machine, the pink car to the outside of Orlando Rivera. He has fallen all the way back from inside the top 5 to outside the top 15. As Cody Levitt goes by Danny Valenzuela, that'll put Valenzuela into the 15th position. And Cole Day with a huge slide that time through 3 and 4. He's going to lose a couple spots. He'll stack up the outside lane. Rivera into the back of the 37. Jamie Leach leads with 8 laps to go. Jamie Leach is going to get turned at the front of the field. Quincy Atkins, Michael Bromley all involved. Jamie Leach being bounced around like a bouncy ball down in turns 1 and 2. That'll bring us to our 5th caution flag here this evening. After going green for so many laps, now we are slewed by caution flags here at the end. Let's go back and watch what just kind of took place. There you see the 88 of Jamie Leach left just the slightest hole. Quincy Atkins goes to fill it. Michael Bromley nowhere to go, also involved in this one. Jamie Leach with a hard tumble down there in the corner. So that'll take us to another caution flag, and as that does, we'll be right back here at Miami Homestead.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Homestead Miami Speedway, working our fifth caution flag of the night. It will be a single-file restart when we go back racing here, so buckle up, race fans, because it is about to get wild. It is under 10 laps to go here as the iRacing pace truck does make the big left-hand turn. The Gibson AC refrigerant. Green flag comes back out, and we are racing once again here as everybody will storm towards turn number 1 with 7 laps to go. It's Dobbs, it's Atkins, Bennett, Kohlhaas leading the charge into turn number 1. Jeff Mathis will be the first one to step out of line and try to go down to the bottom here. He will get around the 29 of IROC Kohlhaas and storm his way off of turn number 2. Everybody like Cole Day and Cody Levitt are buried way back into the field. There you see them. They are trying to work around that 08 of Orlando Rivera. That to we'll call them co-teammates back here, buried outside the top 10, and they are your 2 championship hopeful drivers tonight, having very bad races. They are just 16 points separated from each other here tonight. Cody Levitt did get a lap led compared to the driver of that 37, a Cole Day, so now take it down to about 15 points is the difference between those 2 drivers in the championship hunt. And now the 38 of Cody Levitt will work to the inside on Cole Day, and he'll slide up out of turn number 2. It's just going to be 5 laps to go next time by, and it is Dobbs at the front. He leaves a little hole down to the bottom. Quincy Atkins going to go right down to the bottom. Bennett tries to follow, but he actually gets a little piece of the apron. Mathis getting shoved into turn number 3 by Poston. Mathis is sideways trying to dirt track it around 3 and 4. He'll come off the straightaway. He loses a little ground on the 31 of Donald Bennett, but he will be able to sit right there and try and close the gap. 5 laps to go, and it's still Dobbs, Atkins, Bennett, Mathis, Poston, Millen. Your top 6 drivers. Then it's Kohlhaas. He is the driver to the outside there. He will now get back in line. Todd Poston now trying to work the outside momentum around the 57 of Mathis. He says with 5 laps to go, it is time to go. He now gets a little bit of run because Mathis tried to hook that apron down there as Bennett sideways in his 31 machine. Almost a little door bag there from Poston to Mathis as they work off the corner. It'll be 4 laps to go at the line. 6 more miles of racing here at Homestead to decide round number 12. Poston going to go way high. Millen is up there also. Cole Haas back down to the bottom. Greg O'Berry in his number 33. The blinking issues have subsided for the driver of that 33. He is now back up to the 8th position. Bennett a little wiggle wobbly as he's stuck in between the two teammates there of Jeff Mathis and Quincy Atkins. His teammate Millen to the outside. Poston is making the outside work right now. He'll leapfrog in front of Donald Bennett, take a little air from the 57 and the, that's actually the 75 as the 75 and the 48 going to make huge contact down the front straightaway. Poston just had to save his machine. He'll still be to the outside. Donald Bennett still going to separate those yellow cars down on the bottom groove here. More contact between Quincy Atkins. Atkins going to take Bennett down there. They're going to slide off the racetrack. Atkins goes around with 3 laps to go. Donald Bennett going to go from inside the top 10 or inside the top 3 now to back here, running about the 12th position. Jamie Leach also has gone around a little bit. We stay green. It'll be just 2 laps to go as the popsicle sticks fly here at Homestead. Poston trying to mail it off here. Dobbs going to door bang down into turn 1. Poston's going to leave the gap open. Millen going to fill it. Orlando Rivera is now sideways. Rivera going to slide up and slam the wall. Caution flag number 6 going to come out here as everybody has now figured they could bully dog themselves to the front, and now it will go into overtime here at Homestead. So as this caution flag comes out, we will try to watch this one back. We know it involves Orlando Rivera. Cody Levitt looks like he is wrapped up in this one also. Let's go back here and watch it. Oh, Cole Haas to the outside. Rivera. There you see the Millen and Poston contact. And yeah, it all started with Millen and Poston getting sideways and Cole Haas right behind. Watch it back here. You're going to see Millen see the opening down to the middle lane. He goes for it. He makes contact, and then Rivera and Day and Cole Haas all come together. You see a couple other drivers. Darrell Clauter involved in this one. He had himself a clean race going, and now I think that clean race bonus for Darrell Clauter has now gone out the window.
most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back here, race fans. Lights are off on the pace truck. That means it's going to be a green-white checker attempt number 1 here. It'll be single file as we didn't get back to the stripe and complete a lap as the Gibson AC and refrigerant green flag comes back out. It'll be Josiah Millen leading here with 2 laps to go. Here comes the 7 of Michael Bromley. He's got the 31 of Donald Bennett in front of, or behind him. Danny Valenzuela looks like he got a little bit of a slow start there with 2 laps to go. Millen will lead us off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway we go. Coming to see if we can get the 1 lap to go here tonight. Greg O'Berry back in the mix here. He'll now swing to the outside. He'll leave the inside open for just a brief moment. Michael Bromley, Donald Bennett will close the gap. Danny Valenzuela is going to miss the turn. He will go sailing sky high out there to the outside wall. It will be the white flag here tonight. 1 lap to go in Miami here for round number 12, presented by Raze Energy Drink. Michael Bromley trying to see if he can go up there and help Greg O'Berry. Here comes Donald Bennett down to the inside. Half a lap to go here at Homestead. Josiah Millen down on the bottom. Michael Bromley going to see if he can make it 3 wide down here in turn 3. For the final time, they will go through turn 3. 3 wide with O'Berry in the middle. Bennett, something happened to Bennett. Bennett is out of fuel on the final lap. Here comes Cody Levitt and Jamie Leach. Out of turn 4 they come. Door banging. Millen. Millen is out of fuel. Greg O'Berry will win this as Josiah Millen runs out of fuel coming to the start-finish line. The midnight performance checkered flag flies for Greg O'Berry. Greg O'Berry goes from leading the race to being called black flag for internet connection issues. Has to go to the back of the field. And then he storms past Millen on the final lap. Coming out of turn 4. Michael Bromley will finish and rally into the 2nd position. Then it will be Josiah Millen out of fuel, just squeaking a podium spot out. Cody Levitt, Jamie Lee both rally for a top 5 finish here. Wow. Boy, oh boy, was that absolutely craziness. Let's go back and watch the final lap just after Greg O'Berry here is going to do a little bit of celebrating down on the start-finish line. He'll celebrate. Now let's go back and watch this if we can here. The white flag. Let's watch and see. You're watching the replay. There you see Millen down to the bottom. Greg O'Berry to the top shelf. Where does Donald Bennett run out of fuel? Over top here, watching from the Raze Energy Drink blimp camera. There you see Bennett push Millen down the back straightaway. And right there, going into turn 3, all power lost for the driver of the 31. He ran out of fuel. Everybody has to get around him. Look at Cody Levitt and Jamie Leach work their way around. Right there's where Millen stumbles about 100 yards away from the finish line. Cody Levitt just not able to get there. And that's how they finish here tonight. Greg O'Berry as your winner. And as you see them all lined up down here, we're going to take the quick step away, and we will be right back here for your post-race show, which is brought to us tonight by DraftTop.com. Welcome back here, race fans, to the Miami Homestead Speedway, home of round number 12 for the IROCs, and presented tonight by Raze Energy Drink. Let's get right to the post-race show tonight, which is brought to us by DraftTop.com. I have caught up with your winner of Greg O'Berry. Greg, a hard-fought one here tonight for the green team, and you will go into victory lane for the first time this season. That's got to feel pretty good, knowing you missed half the season, and now you're going to claim to fame. Those silver stripes in your car will go gold starting next week.
Yeah, what a race, man. That was probably the hardest race I've ever had to drive with these guys in this league in the past couple seasons I've run with them. But this a hard battle for sure. It was a good time.
Yeah, tell us about these machines here. This is the first time the IROC Series has ever come to the Miami Homestead Speedway. How did the cars handle? Where was this 33 the quickest tonight on track?
They were a handful, especially the first lap or two on tires. You really had to be careful not to turn it around. We saw that happen a couple times the back half of the race. Guys would just loop it around a little bit. But I had it dialed in, that outside lane, right where that first seam is. That first run before the green flag pit stop, I was outside of Quincy for, 10, 15 laps. I figured it out and had found my lift points and how to time it out just right to build the momentum to where I knew if I could be on the outside of somebody on the last lap of 3 and 4, I was going to win the race. So I knew, Michael was outside of me on that last lap coming through 3 and 4, but I knew just the lane I had that I was going to beat him. And then, the whole thing happened there. He got into me a little bit, but that was just good, hard racing. It was an awesome time, and I'm pumped, man.
Well, good run for you here tonight, Greg. I'm sure you're going to celebrate this one till next week when we head to the Dover Dover International Speedway. Actually, we're going to have a week off for a little bit of testing here as we go from this big 1.5-mile track to the concrete jungle down there in Dover, Delaware. So while we get ready or let you go celebrate, who do you got to thank as we've rolled the red carpet out for the first time? Hand you the microphone here.
Yeah, I just thank all the guys with Salt Flat Racing, the admins, and everybody that puts this thing together. They do a great job running this league, race control. You guys up at Turn 3, the broadcast you do, great job. Always enjoy it. But these guys, Michael and Josiah, they're at the end, running it clean for the most part. Just appreciate that. It's fun to have some guys that you can trust and race hard with.
Well, there you heard it from your winner tonight. He drives the number 33. He hails out of Virginia. He is the only green car this season. No teammates, and Greg O'Berry is able to do it teammateless all the way to victory lane. That is your winner tonight, Greg O'Berry, driver of the 33. Coming home in the second position, he drives the number 7. He's maybe just down the road from the home of Greg O'Berry, but it is going to be Michael Bromley. Bromley, this ABV machine came out of nowhere, and it came on rails at the end of this one. Where did you come from, and how did you get there?
Yeah, Roger, just able to avoid some of that contact there for that late caution, and then a late decision to not pit and throw in a little bit of fuel to make sure that I could get across. I figured the clutch works just as well as a little bit of fuel, so I was definitely sweating bullets as we were coming to the green flag.
Well, when you came to that green flag, did you think you were going to have the fuel to start with, and did you think you had a shot at winning tonight? It seemed like on that last lap it was going to be those orange cars down to the bottom. They may have been the hard ones at the end of this one.
Yeah, I had a feeling I would be able to make it. I was worried a little bit about the possibility of getting a sputter with maybe like 0.2 left in the tank. So I was worried about that, especially being up high. With the progressive banking here at Homestead, if you lose a little bit of momentum getting into the turn, it can definitely ruin your exit. So luckily didn't have any sputter until after the start finish line. But yeah, man, I can't speak enough about how clean Greg, Joe, Donald all raced there at the end. Cody, Jamie, it was just so much fun. That's the kind of racing Salt Flat strives to have every week, and it's great to get that out here week in and week out.
Well, Mike, a good run here at this big track for the first time the IROCs ever rumbled around it. Who made it all possible tonight for this number 7 to rally to second?
Yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to Pat and all the guys over there at Draft Top for supporting not only myself but the Draft Top Sim Racing team, Joe, Danny, Donald, and not to mention Salt Flat Racing in general. Also want to thank all you guys over there at Turn 3 Racing Network, especially you, doing a great job up there in the booth. Want to thank Deca Batteries, Mission 22 for everything they do, bringing awareness to veteran suicide. 22 veterans a day take their life on average, so they bring awareness to that and try to make it a little bit better. And lastly, want to give a shout out to my dad. He watches all the races, and then to my niece, Hannah Grace. Love you. Tried to bring it into victory lane for you, but I couldn't.
Well, tonight it won't be a victory for Michael Bromley, but it will be a second place finish. The driver of that number 7 will come home second. He started second tonight, fell to the back. He finishes second, though, at the end of this one. So Bromley finishes second here tonight at Homestead. Finishing third, and maybe a little bit of a heartbreaker one. Josiah, it looked like for a moment you were going to go back-to-back this season, but unfortunately you went back to third.
Yeah, that was a tough one. A real wacky night with fuel strategy really playing a factor. I'm lucky enough to get with a bunch of guys like Cody, Jamie, Cole, Donald, Bromley, and to work out fuel strategy. But with cautions not counting, it kind of threw a wrench into at least my game plan.
Yeah, that game plan tonight seemed like everybody that thought they had a strategy, especially like Jeff Mathis and the 75 of Quincy Atkins, it seemed like they may have had the strategy worked out when you guys had that long green flag run, but then with those caution flags, it kind of brought everybody back into the same boat here tonight. Were you really worried on that last run about the fuel mileage? Did you think you really had enough?
Oh, I was worried. I knew I didn't have enough, and I knew right around 0.2 gallons left you're going to start sputtering, but as I'm coming into turn 3, I'm thinking, oh, it's not sputtering yet, so I thought I had a chance. But as soon as I exited 4, it started sputtering, and I tried to stay off the racing surface, but I still wanted to podium. So it was definitely a heartbreaker.
Yeah, a hard-fought battle. You have 2 wins already this season. That could have been number 3, but the heartbreaker here tonight at Homestead. We're going to travel a little bit north, though, here, Josiah, from the Miami Homestead Speedway. We're going to travel just down the road from your home state. We're going to be headed to Dover, Delaware for the race at Dover. How do you think these cars are going to handle on that little concrete jungle? It's been a long time since we've been there.
Slippery. I think they're going to be loose exiting, so you're really going to have to wheel the car. I like to dirt race, so hopefully that plays into my favor.
Well, Joe, before we let you go now tonight, who do you got to thank for another podium finish here for the Keystone Motorsports Group?
First and foremost, I want to thank my wonderful fiance for letting me sit back in here and race with you guys on a Wednesday night. Raze Energy, Griffith Stone, Bromley Designs, JM Lighting, Gibson Fridge and AC, Draft Top, of course. I love my Draft Top tool, and Jordan Hen Racing. So we have 2 big races coming up this weekend with Jordan Hen Racing, and to podium tonight to hopefully bring that momentum with to this weekend. I hope it helps. I hope we have a good weekend this weekend. So check out Jordan Hen Racing on Facebook and give us a like.
Well, there you heard it from the man who hails out of Pennsylvania. He will come home third here tonight. The driver of the number 40, Josiah Millen, almost goes back-to-back wins for the first time in his career, but out of turn number 4, the 40 stumbled on fuel, and it will not be a night where Josiah goes to victory lane. So Greg O'Berry does find himself in victory lane here for the first time this season. A great run by the driver out of Virginia and being the only driver in his stables. You just heard from your top 3 drivers here tonight in your DraftTop.com post-race show. That's going to about do it for things here at Miami Homestead. Next week we have a week off. I forgot. A magical week off for some reason on the 23rd of September, so what means we will be back in action on Wednesday right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network when the drivers of the IROC Series head to the Dover International Speedway. It's full of concrete, it's high banking, and it's going to make for some great, quote-unquote, short-track racing action. It's a long way here from Miami, so that's possibly why these drivers need to take a little bit of a week break before we head to dance with Miles the Monster. For everybody at the Salt Flat IROC Series, and everybody right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, we got to thank all you amazing fans for tuning in here tonight to watch this great race. Had a little bit of weather in the beginning of it, but it turned out to be a great night under the lights here at Miami. Tune in just next Tuesday. You will be able to find the Salt Flat Draft Top Progression Series heading to the Phoenix International Raceway for their championship race. See you on Tuesday, or we will see you right back here on Wednesday, the 30th.